Hello, everyone. It's another Wisdom Wednesday, and I trust that you are doing well today. Yes, we are still thriving and striving to be and to become a better version of ourselves, right? And remember that mindset is everything. Everything. It all happens in the mind. And today we are looking at breaking the barriers. Yes, and you don't want to miss Wisdom Wednesday live a little bit later at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right? But let's get right into it. Breaking the barriers. We are looking at some things that we need to let go, need to change, need to get out of our head, out of our mind, because mindset is everything and it's all in the mind. So the first thing we want to look at is age discrimination. Yes, a lot of times there's no age and you're never too old to try something new. It's never too late for a shower of rain. Yes, it's never too late for you to want success. It's never too late to want to be a better version of yourself. So a lot of times based on where you are, and even in maybe in a Jamaican society or setting, persons might put age and limit on people. You realize maybe at 50 or 60 after retirement, 60 persons might think like, oh, you're old, but in different parts of the world, life is just beginning. So get away with the age discrimination and limitation. It's never too old. You're never too old. It's never too late to start something new, to learn something new, to want to be successful. So go right ahead with that. What others think. Yes, what others think. We're breaking those barriers. What others think does not matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't add up. Everybody will not cheer you on. Everybody will not like what you're doing. Everybody will not see how you do it. But you have to not care about what others think and do what is for you, what makes you you, what makes you unique. Each of us were created with unique skills and talents. Yes, and we have to do what is us. And even the Lord, when He calls us, He doesn't change our personality. He uses it. So why should we worry about what others think when God has created us all unique? Yes. Another thing that we need to get rid of to break the barrier, toxic people. Some people won't want to see you succeed because they'll feel inadequate themselves. It's all about them. So you need to get away from toxic people. Toxic people too, they will drain the life out of you. They take, and they never have anything to give. You have to break away from that because you are going to become so drained that you are not able to function anymore. You won't be able to be you, to be a better version of yourself. So you need to get away from that. Hanging out with complacent people will only lead you to dead-end road in your life. Yes, you need to get yourself around some persons who are moving forward still. Yes, backward never, forward ever. Yes. Fear is another thing that we need to get rid of. Breaking the barrier of fear. Some people have a hard time overcoming fear. Fear of failure, fear of being made a fool of, fear of being laughed at. But first of all, fear is all in your head, all in your mind. Yes, you might have had an experience where you've been laughed at before, you've been jeered, you've been mocked, you've been made a fool of, and you have failed and it didn't go so well. And you are afraid of that experience because we know that happens. You have an experience and you're still insecure about the fact that the next time you try it, it might turn out the same way. But it is said it's all in your mind. If you change your mindset and you have an open mind, you say, okay, that's that and this is no, then you get over that hurdle, baby. Yes, you get over that hurdle. Yes. So we are breaking the barrier of fear that wants to hold us back, a closed mindset, and not allowing us to go forward. Negativity is another one that we need to get rid of. And negativity is a combination of surrounding yourself with toxic people and being afraid of failure. Wow, profound, right? Yes. Negativity is a combination of fear of failure and surrounding yourself with toxic people. We want to break ourselves from those barriers. We don't want to stay in no negative environment. Another thing that we're breaking the barrier of and breaking free from is dwelling on the past and on the future. A lot of times we say, oh, you're dwelling on the past, but people dwell on the future. And I've often said, and I cannot overemphasize, that if you measure your success from the angle at which you want to go, you'll always be miserable. But if you look at it from the angle of where you are coming from, you'll realize that it doesn't matter how small it is, you would have grown, you would have experienced some success, and there's something to smile about. And this is something that I know, and I use it with myself. There are times the human side of me would want to get in the picture. You want to look and you say, okay, let me assess myself. I'm now at this age, or last year I planned that I wanted to accomplish this. And you start thinking about it, and you start feeling anxious, and you start feeling worried. And then you have to say, no, I can't go there. No, I can't go there. I'm going to think about where I'm coming from. And if I think about where I'm coming from and all the success, I have so many success stories. And at times you realize, and it happens to me too, there are times when it just comes to you. All of us want to self-actualize. And there are times when we sit down and we look and we say, okay, I said that I wanted to save this money by X time. And even what is happening now with all that is happening, all of us know that is a setback. It looks like a setback because we had so many plans, and we would have, when we look at it, would have been far gone. Some of us have not been, some persons have not been working, and some persons have saved the money and you have to use it out. Some persons, you were just in the process of getting something, and all of that changed. And the human side of us will want us to think on what didn't go right and what didn't work out. And you start assessing, and you're saying to yourself, oh my, last year I planned that I will get the house by now, or get the car by now, I'll start school by now. And it didn't work out. You start feeling so panicky and anxious and worried. And what that does, that it robs you of enjoying the now. And that is something that I learn, and I tell you, and you see it. If you know me, you're following my thing, you'll see. I try my best. I don't focus on where. Yes, I have my plans. Yes, I have my goals. Yes, I want to self-actualize. Yes, I want to, and there are times when it nudge, but I shake it off. I don't entertain it. I don't entertain it. I'm there, and I said, okay, I get dressed and I put on some clothes and I take some pics. You know that. That's my favorite thing. Yes, and it just changed my mood. I'll go in my photo gallery and there's something on my mind I'm thinking, and I do it a lot. I do it a lot because it helps me to reflect on where I'm coming from, rather than sitting down and worrying about all the things that did not go right. I go back in my photo. That's why I take a lot of pictures. I go back in my photo gallery and I'm thinking, oh my, look at my daughter. She's so grown already. 5 years. Okay. I go in my gallery and I start looking at from the very first day. I start looking at her from she was in my tummy. And then then the more I'm looking, the more I'm seeing. I start looking at how small she was and all this. And then you look and you start to have a smiley, wow. I go back and I look at some pics of my students And I remember the good days, how they would come in my office and how they would look for me and the joy in their faces when I helped them. And I miss them. I miss them. And he would want me to feel like, oh, you're all of these. But then I use those to motivate myself and to bring on the joy and to look at where I'm coming from. And oh, be so grateful. So yes. So dwelling on the past is called guilt. It will make you feel guilty, and it's so true. It'll make you feel guilty as though you have failed. Or you look and you say, okay, I should have started college from 2009. And when you sit and you look at 2020 and you don't start, and you start looking at it, it makes you feel guilty. You feel sad. That's not something that we want to entertain. We want to break ourselves from those barriers. And dwelling on the future is called anxiety. And the word of the Lord tells us that we can't leave that out. Be anxious for nothing. And every time when I feel that, I remind myself, Samantha, be anxious for nothing. Even all that is happening, God knows everything, that nothing wows him. And if he says it, it's going to happen. So, you want to use the words and motivate yourself. So, again, both of these, dwelling on the past and dwelling on the future, is a waste of time, major waste of time, because it robs you from enjoying now. You sit down and you're there worrying about all the things that you failed, all the things that didn't go right. And then you're not enjoying now. You're missing out on what is happening right now. Or you're there worrying about and stressing about, we're anxious about your future. And how are we going to survive? How are we going to come back on? How this is going to enjoy now. Do something that you like to do now. And be merry in now. So we are breaking the barriers. We are breaking every barrier that will cause us not to be who God has created us to be. Who our true self. A better version of ourselves. For some persons, hurt, pain, self-esteem, all these things have been tying them down to a chair. And every time they want to move forward, it's bringing them back. So we're breaking those barriers. And remember to join in, tune in for Wisdom Wednesday Live. We have a wonderful woman. She's an author, Shanique Davis. Her book is entitled Breaking the Barriers. Yes, and she has a whole lot to share with us. So you don't want to miss Wisdom Wednesday Live. Yeah, see you. And oh, my birthday is coming up. Yes, I'm putting in a little ad right here. My birthday is coming up. My birthday is going to be on the 30th of August. Yes, and on the 29th, I'm going to have a power pack service, prophetic alignment. And the theme is a divine appointment with destiny. Yes. And it's going to be a pre-birthday celebration. So all of you that have been in my space, have been following me, have been blessed by what I'm doing, my talent, my ministry, my giftings. This is a place to be, to celebrate with me on the 29th of August. Yes, at 9 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yes. So, and yes, I'm looking for all the gifts. I guess by now you know what I like, right? Yes, all of you know what I like. Don't pretend like you don't know what I like. So yes, you're going to shower me with some gifts and some loving words and all these things that make my day also special and extra special, right? So yes, if you have something that you want to send to me, go ahead and ask me for my mailing address. I'm ready to give you. If you want to give me monetary gift, I can give you where to put it to, right? Thank you. Have a wonderful rest of the day. See you later. Bye-bye.